Actually, Australian government has a scholarship that support people from Africa, Asian and other countries to come over to Australia and study. Can you imagine that? Tuition paid, everything paid, living allowance paid, well supported. Do you know that such a thing exists? I just found out. And you know what? We are going to discuss everything here now. Okay? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Jenkenny's Creation, where we keep it real. Okay, so today is all about scholarship, studying for free, moving to Australia for free. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, and thank you for my returning subscribers. Thank you. You guys rock. All right, let's dig in. Okay, so I was digging, ransacking the internet, and I found a scholarship. Boom. From Australian government to Africans, to Asians, Middle East, Pacific, and so on. This scholarship amazed me. Like, I never knew it existed, and I know many of you don't know that such scholarship existed. Now my question is this: why is it not out there for everyone? Like, why is people not talking about it? Okay, so I'm thinking such scholarship should be made known in universities, in everywhere, so that everyone will know about it. Okay, so some people in Nigeria, in some African country, will just stay and they don't know what is happening. So Australian government has an award, a scholarship for university program, both undergraduate and postgraduate. So in this scholarship, a lot of things will be covered. It's purely by merit, anyone can apply. So in this video today, we are going to go and find out everything about. I will show you the website, all the information, the benefits, everything, and how to apply. Okay, so that you will start. This scholarship will enable you study in Australia in 2024. So this is the application process. Application has started 1st of February this year, just this month, and the application will end in May this year. So you have barely February, March, April, and May, 3 months to complete your application. The good thing is that you do not need to look for admission to apply. So when you get this scholarship, Australian government will offer you a place in the university for you to study. How good is that? Awesome. So you don't need to worry, no headache for admission. So just only your headache is to get your scholarship. They offer you admission from any of universities in Australia. All right, what is Australia Award Scholarships? What about it? What is it for? Australian Award Scholarship are long-term award administered by the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. The aim is to contribute to the developing countries. Okay, so that's why they make it available for people from Africa and so on. They are developing countries. What is the benefit? Food tuition covered. So your food tuition fees will be covered. Return travel will be covered. Allowance, living allowance. So you have a living allowance. They'll be paying you probably weekly or monthly or 2 weekly, and your insurance, health insurance will be covered, and so many other things. Okay, yeah, so I will provide links and everything you need to do. Then how do you apply? How do you apply for this scholarship? Who is qualified for this scholarship? Now we need to know. Now, who is qualified? Let's see the participating countries. The list of participating countries are below. So is according to the continent, is Asian, Pacific, Middle East, Africa, and in-country contacts, some countries. Now, they will give you the list of Asian countries. You see Bangladesh and so many of them. Okay, so many of them, Sri Lanka, yeah, Indonesia, and so on. Now, the list of Pacific as well, Middle East, then Africa. I want to show you, okay? So this is a full list of Asian. Let's see, we'll see the list of all African countries, okay? The list of African countries are Algeria, Botswana, Congo, Egypt, Ethiopia, Gabon, Ghana, Kenya, Liberia, Madagascar, Malawi, Mauritius, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Sudan, Tanzania, Gambia, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. So for the sake of demonstration, I've decided to click on the African Australia Award intake information. You can decide to click on the Asian one or Pacific depending on your country. So when you click on the Africa, if you are from Africa, you click on the Africa one, and this is what you will see. They will mention the participating African countries again, and they describe the criteria. Don't worry, all this link I will drop a description box. Okay, now click on the link if you're African, Asian, and so on. Okay, so let's demonstrate with Africans. So let's assume you are from Africa. Then you click on this. So this is like a handout, a pamphlet that explains the application process. I will also drop a link. It will explain everything in detail, what is required for you to do this application, okay? So if you are from any of these African countries, this is your application process as below. Right, so people from Africa, it says Australia's International Development Assistant in Africa is focused on enhancing skills in the areas of agriculture and food security, climate change and adaptation. Also in the area of renewable energy, mining governance, countering terrorism and violent extremism. So this is their concern. They want to help developing country, African countries to fight this or to achieve this. Okay, that's why they're awarding this award. This is a prestigious international award, okay, from Australian government to developing countries. Now, what do they want from you? Okay, so they want you to conduct research that is based on any of these areas they have mentioned: climate change, agriculture, mining and governance, and foreign policy, international relation. There is a lot, okay? There is a lot of them. Now, what do they cover? I want you to take your time to read this. I may not mention everything because I don't want this video to be too long, okay? But I will provide a link. So it's somehow similar to New Zealand scholarship. All right? Now, I've mentioned about what you are going to benefit from this. Okay? So tuition fees will be fully paid, and once-off establishment allowance. And they didn't mention the amount, but I'm telling you, almost it's going to be big amount. And after the once-off one, they will still pay you your allowance. Then they will cover your health insurance while you are in Australia. They will pay you your living allowance, supplementary academic support if you need more studies and stuff, and also they will give you admission. They will offer you admission in any of the Australian participating institution universities, so you do not need to worry about your admission. Just get the scholarship, they offer you admission. Now let's talk about English requirements. I know most of you will be saying, I don't want to write out. Yes, you are not writing out. You see that? So there is a condition number 2, which I'm going to explain. For someone that has studied in English, you need to give a proof that you have studied in English, and that is it. That is it. They don't need any long stories, okay? So if you are from Africa and you can prove that English was the language of instruction for your undergraduate degree. So for people from Africa, they prefer you to go for postgraduate. I repeat again, postgraduate. That's what they want, people from Africa. So each continent, they will tell you what they prefer from you. They have provided the area to cover for your research or area of studies. And now they want you to go for masters. And if you have studied your undergraduate in English, you do not need any proof of English. You just provide them a proof that your medium of instruction in your undergraduate studies is English. Check now. You are good to go. You see that? Now, the application started on the 1st of February 2023 is going to end 1st of May 2023. That's it. It ends. And successful applicants will be notified. So they have explained application, this is application date and the process, okay? How they are going to assess it. And you will start your studies in 2024 in Australia. Like, you usually pack your bag, the waka, they go to Australia. Now, how do you apply? I will show you the application portal. So, for you to apply for this scholarship, you need to apply in a website called Oasis. Okay. However, before I show you the website for application, I would also like you to read the application handbook, please. I will drop a link to that. Take your time to read it. It will guide you on how to submit a very effective application. Planning is very important, okay? So go through the scholarship handbook. I'll provide a link. Read it thoroughly and organize and arrange your application and shoot your shot. Now, let me show you the website where you're going to do your application. Please, when you want to access the application page, please either use Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome as your browser. So the website is called Oasis. When you get to Oasis, it will look like this. In the left hand side, you will see log on or register. So what do? Please register. Okay, you register. Once you have registered with username and password, or rather email and password, then you will return to application page. You return to the page and do your application. But please read the application handout before you venture. It is very important that you gather all your information, okay, before you go through the application process. And now you know that you can easily travel to Australia and do your postgraduate studies. Why not try? Another thing I forgot to say is this. Yes, when you study through this scholarship, you're supposed to go back to Nigeria to stay at least 2 years. You must go back to Nigeria and stay at least 2 years, okay? You know why? They want you to impact on the situation of your country, okay? Impact towards your country's development positively. But after 2 years, you can go back or go to any country of your choice. I know most of you will say, I don't want to Japan and come back. I don't want to Japan and come back. But I want to tell you, do you know how much networking and how much exposure and connection you will make within the 2 years you're studying in Australia? Is huge. And you will be able to even secure a job that you can come back to after 2 years. You need to be smart with these things. And even when you go through this scholarship, you will be sought after when you go back to Nigeria by the government, by schools, and so on. Omo, you are so connected and you still want to Japan after 2 years. The sky is your limit. You already have your connection and your overseas qualification. Why not try? I don't want this 2 years thing to limit you. I know most of you will say that. You say that during the New Zealand one, but please don't talk about it. You should learn how to maximize opportunities. Opportunities don't just come every time. And when you see them, please rush and grab them. And this is one of those. this is actually one of those you need to be serious with. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's video, and there will be more scholarship to share and more information on Australia jackbarring. Okay, stick with me in this channel where we keep it real and be updated. See you in my next video. Please do subscribe and share. Do like my video. Thank you. Bye.